Good morning. Welcome back to the homestead. I'm glad you could make it. This morning I'm going to get back on leveling the pier blocks for the next build. If you remember, I got half of them done last week, and then I had to work last week, and so I'm going to get the other half done and hopefully start working on that floor. We did run to town last night and pick up supplies. We bought the 10-foot treated 4x4s that we need for the cross beams. Bought some sheeting to replace the sheeting that got damaged from the moisture. We also bought a couple of just random extra 2x4s just in case we need to replace some in the kit that might have gotten damaged as well. We'll start there, see how it goes. Before I do that though, in the week that I've been gone, the grass grew. So I need to weed eat just a little bit, being very careful not to hit my leveling strings and all that, because if you watched the last one about this, you know it's a pain to get everything level and everything square. So we want to make sure we don't damage that while we weed eat. So on with it. Okay, that should be good enough for what I need to do. Now it's time to start leveling those bricks. Alright, so once again we'll check our starting point, see where we're at height-wise. We already know that this corner's high on the brick, so that's going to have to go down, but we need to see where the front end sits in relationship to this line, and then we'll level it to that line later. Alright, we can see we got to go quite a bit deeper, but not deep enough that we can eliminate this block. So it's pretty even on this side, other than it kind of tilts this way, this direction. It seems to be on a fairly even plane. Not bad. Brenda did the leveling out here for the runoff, so she did a really good job.
Glad you're with us today. Well, today's chore right off the bat is to start weed eating around the cottages again, because the front of the yard needs to be cleaned up. Worked on the back of the yard for days and it's looking good. Unfortunately, front of the yard's not. And so I'm gonna go get the weed eater. I'm gonna start weed eating around the cottages first, finish weed eating where my weed eater died the last time I used it, and get that area around the tree limb stack, and then around the mound. And there's a lot of work to be done around the mound with all the dead flowers that are on top of the mound. And so I think I might work on that today. It's going to be another really hot day, so we'll just see what we can accomplish. Let's do this. Battery died. I got to charge it up before I can finish doing some of the other weed eating that needs to be done. Now, it may seem like the battery doesn't really last very long because what you see is not everything I'm doing. There's a lot of times when you see me in the view camera and I've walked out of the view and did a whole bunch of weed eating over here and then came back into the view, and that's what you see. But you don't see what you don't see. Anyhow, bottom line, battery is dead. Gotta go charge it.
This is one of those situations where I'm going to have to dig a little extra deep. The same brick on the other side, or the same pillar on the other side, only required 2 full bricks. This one, because this dips so low right here, is going to require, like the front ones did, 2.5 bricks. Which means part of this is going to have to be dug down almost 2 inches in the back, and then about 1 inch in the front. Almost seems a shame to have to do that, but like I explained earlier, it's better to start on solid ground than fill. So, I mean, I could take the dirt from the back of this and move it to the front and probably get it level, but when it rains, it could possibly wash the dirt out and the brick will just not be supporting the building like it's supposed to. So we'll do it the right way and dig out more and use 2.5 bricks. Okay, it looks like I'm only going to need one additional brick to make this happen. That's good news. I'm about 1 inch high, I think, in the back, maybe 2. About 1 inch high in the back, and this is pretty darn close to right on. So I'll move this 4x4 out of the way, and we'll start the digging as soon as I center it and mark it. one more. Okay, well, I'm going to call it a day. I sure appreciate you hanging out with me, seeing what we're doing, leveling those blocks, pier blocks and so forth. But I'm going to have to sign off. Before I do, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. Share it with your friends. Leave us a comment. Most of all, God bless you. We'll see you next time on the homestead. Bye now.